Coach Kyndal Ray, aka a walking testimony, walking America for mental health awareness and recovery, here to let you know that you matter. We do recover. God is good all the time. As a mental health advocate and a recovery coach, I'm going to start doing a little more videos talking on mental health and recovery here and there, and sharing a little bit of my life throughout the process. Today we're going to speak on self-awareness and how just important it is, guys. Self-awareness can come in so many different forms, maybe physical. Sometimes, people are going through something or feel something internally and it hurts or whatever, and they're scared to go to the doctor. It literally can lead to fatalities in some cases if you just see what happens on in the world. If you notice something's wrong, it's good to be aware and go get it checked out. In the addiction field, I am aware that before I ever knew what drugs were, I was addicted to stealing and lying. And that's a self-awareness that I had to come to. Sometimes it's good to go deep with yourselves. A lot of times we allow ourselves to lie to ourselves in our head, or tell ourselves things that we want to hear but aren't necessarily 100% factual with what is actually going on in our lives. And to be self-aware of that is just so extremely important, guys. We all deal with mental health, and you might be like, Kyndal, we don't all deal with mental health. Well, let me put it in a perspective for you. Okay, if you have a body, you deal with physical health. If you have a mind, you deal with mental health. It doesn't mean that you have a mental illness. That is something that is diagnosed that can affect your life. And people can get mental illnesses throughout their life. But mental health, it doesn't mean you're depressed. It doesn't mean you deal with suicidal thoughts. And if you do, I just want to let you know, whether I know you or not, I love you and I care about you. And I'm so glad that you are here today. Thank you for existing. I hope you can turn that existing into living your best life, because you owe it to yourself. You have purpose. And please never, ever, ever forget that. But mental health, guys, if you have a mind, you might just have a bad day, or things don't seem to go your way, or maybe you're just trying to make a decision. Maybe it's a major or minor decision, but the choice that you make and all of that boils down to mental health. Are you going to do something in a positive way or a negative way? How do you choose to do things? Mental health, it is so important, and to be aware of your mental health, guys. A lot of people think it is such a taboo subject to talk about, that it is shameful, that they feel so alone, guys. Everybody is affected by mental health. Not everybody has the exact same bad thoughts, but a lot of people have pretty similar bad thoughts when it comes to a typical day. It is, being self-aware is so important. One of the ones that I had to be super self-aware, once I started getting into exercise and everything, after I started this journey, I was in Alabama. I had a hernia. It was one day I was in the woods and I went to go pee on a tree, and I noticed that I had a lump, and I was like, oh my gosh, and it freaked me out. I posted on Facebook, I need a doctor to call me ASAP. My mom's best friend was like a nurse, so she calls me and she was like, oh, it sounds like it could be a cyst or a hernia. And I was like, oh, okay. So I ended up getting to the hospital, going back to Florida, paused for like a week to go see if it was okay. They were like, it's not bad enough for surgery, but it is a hernia. I ended up walking 5 states with that hernia. I have met people after bringing up the hernia situation that talk about how they've had them for years and all of that. I wanted the situation to be taken care of. I was scared because of how self-aware I am. I want to take care of myself, guys. And I just hope that each one of you can find the best way for you to be self-aware in your own life. Back to before I ever knew what drugs were, I was addicted to lying and stealing. I was a pathological liar, and I was a kleptomaniac. I had a problem, and that's something that I have to be self-aware about, because a lot of people just kind of associate addiction with using drugs. Now, don't get me wrong. I went through drug addiction. I've dealt with drug abuse. I've overdosed on drugs. I've lost my heartbeat. I am thankful to God that I am still here standing and breathing today. I don't deserve it a lot of times, but you know what? My past doesn't define me, and where I'm at, I'm just super proud of all the bad things that I went through. I'm not proud of what I did, but to be where I am today, doing what I'm doing, I'm just super proud of that life change. But I had to be aware that I had these problems. I was addicted to this stuff. I went through my own things. I grew up in a good household. I grew up in the church. I learned how to play guitar and the piano in the church, and all of that. Part of my depression stemmed from being really gaining a lot of weight. We had a Little Debbie vendor at our church who used to give me boxes and boxes of boxes of Little Debbie's. They had to take off the shelf, but were still good. And I gained all this weight. I was like 12 years old. Like, I believe I wore size 36 pants in men's. 198 pounds, just no confidence in my life. That with another thing of abuse, not inside of my household, not family related, but a different abuse that I dealt with when I was younger. That led to me being depressed. And you know what? When you don't care about life and you're not self-aware and just trying to take care of yourself, you can let thoughts try to take over. Dealing with no self-esteem, no confidence from all these things going on, and not being super self-aware or taking care of myself the way that I could to have a better positive mental health. It led to me behind a garage in our apartment complex trying to take my life. And you know what? I shouldn't be here, but I am, and I'm thankful for life today, guys. So I just want y'all all to be self-aware, guys. If you are struggling with anything, maybe it's a certain type of addiction or a certain type of mental health, and you don't know where it stems from, I really, really encourage you to, just take time and reflect on your life and be self-aware and try to find out where some of that stuff stems from. And you know what? It might be painful to do. Sometimes it's the stuff that we just want to completely ignore and act like it never happened in our life, yet we still let it control us inside emotionally and mentally, guys. And I just encourage y'all to be self-aware, realize what's going on, and be willing to put in the work to make your life the absolute best that it can. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Work on yourself. Find out the things that you can do in your own life to better yourselves. I'm not here. I can't sit here and diagnose or tell you what to do with your life. All I can do is encourage you to go live your best life to the best of your ability and to be aware of what's going on in your life. Also, real quick, a lot of times people tend to focus on what other people got going on in their life. And you know what? If you have somebody that is positively doing something that encourages you to live a better life, that is okay. You know what I'm saying? But if you focus on somebody's life in a negative way, if you don't like what somebody's got going on and they're not uplifting you, or you don't feel uplifted, or you want to put them down, you are literally neglecting yourself from living your best life. Because that negative energy that you're focusing on, worrying about somebody else, you could be positively using it into your life. Every second, every minute, every day counts. But when you boil it down to seconds, it all counts. Why waste your time focused on what somebody else has got going on in their life if you don't like it in a negative way, instead of finding things that you enjoy and like? It's cool that people love this journey. I'm super just blessed with all the people that tell me how they are inspired by my story, and I really appreciate it. I'm not the only one with the story. There's so many other people out there with amazing story, and I encourage y'all to go out there and share it. But the ones that spend their time just putting others down, guys, please go live your best lives. Y'all matter too. Y'all are important, and whatever has gone through in your life to have you just think negatively about people and things like that, I just really hope that that's something you can work through, because we all deserve to lift each other up. The only thing guaranteed in life for every single person is death. We all bleed the same color blood. We all have general likes and dislikes. We all are human, guys. We must lift each other up. I just encourage y'all to focus on self-awareness and doing the things that you can to positively better yourself on a daily basis. I just want to let all of you know that you matter, we do recover, and God is good all the time. Y'all have a wonderful day. About to get back to walking the America for Mental Health Awareness and Recovery, picking up over on the West Coast, heading down to San Diego, then back to Florida, down to the Keys, and up the East Coast of Maine, walking to all the four corners of the connecting United States. Please follow, show some love, guys. God bless y'all. Peace out.